Our guest today is Virginia Grant with Gainesville Black Professionals, and we're talking about a big event coming up in February, which seems like a long way away because we haven't even gotten to Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and everything else. However, we got to plan ahead, right?
We do, and the time's just gonna start flying by now.
Okay, so now we're at February 25th, okay, for the expo.
Yes.
What's going to go on and where is it going to go on?
It's gonna be at Santa Fe again, at the Lyceum Hall. This is gonna be our professional development. We will have different seminars, webinars, breakout sessions, and we will just talk about every possible topic from leadership development to promoting diversity within your team and in your corporation. We have a whole entrepreneurship track. So if you're interested in entrepreneurship, if you are an entrepreneur, that's a perfect time for you to come out. And as a matter of fact, the Warrenton School of Business at UF is hosting that for us and sponsoring that and providing the speakers for that portion.
Wow. So what time does that start?
So that starts at 9 a.m. as well, and it will go into 3 p.m. We always conclude that with a networking luncheon and also exhibitor tables as well and vendors.
Well, I love going to conferences,
Yeah.
particularly when they have good speakers, and then you get to meet really neat people, and that's many times ways in which you can promote your business.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely an opportunity to promote businesses. It's also an opportunity for professionals to gain greater resources and connections within their network and build their network, as well as for companies to send their employees out and make sure that their employees are getting the professional development that they need.
Well, that's very important. One of the things we try to do at Meldon Law is have constant development of our team
Yes.
members. So they, number one, they stay engaged and do a better job for our clients. That's the
Exactly. Yep.
primary reason is, to help folks because, I tell you, we see people sometimes when they're in a crisis where, and I know being part of Gainesville Black Professionals helps because if you have friends and team members that are there to help whenever you're stressed out and your plate's too full.
Yes.
It's a good resource.
It
right?
is, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because the network that we develop does go beyond the professionalism. It's also the socialization. It's also welcoming newcomers into our community to make sure that they acclimate quickly to the city. If you're a CEO or if you're an upper level management person and you're African American or you're Black, you come into this community that is not predominantly Black. You need to know how to connect. So we help with that as well.
Well, that's great. I think it's probably, 20% of the community is Black?
Yep, just
And
about.
And that, like I said, I've been here for so long. Meldon Law has always prided ourselves on helping members of the Black community. When I first came here, I lived on the east side of Gainesville.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I've always been a strong supporter of what goes on, and just a couple weeks ago we had a lot of the Black preachers. We sponsored a dinner to try to engage the religious community
Awesome.
in what's going on. I know the religious community and the Black professional community are all intermingled, really.
Yes, very much so. You would be amazed at how much it is interconnected, but there's a large overlay there. And I appreciate you sharing. You used to live in East Gainesville. I think that we think we're more segregated than we realize sometimes. Actually, I think Gainesville is a very integrated and very diverse community, and sometimes I think we lose sight of that.
I agree. How long have you lived here in the Gainesville
A
area?
little over 12 years.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're kind of getting an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very glad that you're doing this. Not only the expo, but there's other things going on like this magazine.
Yeah,
Tell
our
us about the
magazine.
magazine.
Yeah.
What's the name of your magazine?
The name of it is Synergy.
Okay.
And we named it Synergy because, of course, synergy is the realization that we can do more together than we can ever do as individuals.
Well, that's good. So if I get this magazine, what am I going to see in it?
If you get this magazine, you're going to see a whole bunch of professionals from our community doing great things for our community. Just the average person, just regular people that are doing great things to make our community better.
And you profile the professionals
Yeah.
within, because I went online to check your magazine out, and I
Yeah.
saw that, there was lots of really neat articles with pictures, so you can put the face
Yep.
with the name and all that,
Yeah.
right?
And that's our goal, is to build further connections, and it's also to inspire our youth, because what we're hoping is that when a young kid picks up this magazine and it's like, wow, this is happening right here, I can do this, it gives them that inspiration that they need to keep going to school, keep doing great things themselves.
Yeah, are we going to be inviting some of the younger members of the community to come out to both the expo and get involved with reading the magazine?
Yes, so I'm glad that you asked me that, because we understand that our youth is our next generation of professionals. So we have to grab them early and show them how all this works, so that as soon as they graduate middle school, high school, they're ready to become professionals. So they're always invited to all of our events. As a matter of fact, we are going to do we haven't set the date yet, but we're going to do a special networking event just for them, so we can teach them how to begin networking early.
Well, I think that's great. Some people feel trapped in their circumstances,
Yeah.
and they may not have been as fortunate as some, as far as their parents, their mentors growing up. However, the most important thing to success, I think, is having a pathway to achieving success.
Yes,
Right?
I agree. And we hope to begin to serve in that capacity. As a matter of fact, I want to share a little story with you. Gainesville Black Professionals, what I love about it so much is that when we bring people together, they do magical things. And as a matter of fact, two people that came to one of our events went and sat back down later on in a one-on-one, had coffee or something, and decided to found the 100 Black Men of Gainesville. So, they do mentoring here. Their whole mantra is, if they can see it, they can be it. So I know they're going to do great things for the young people in our community, even above and beyond what we do as an organization. We're helping other organizations to impact our community as well.
Wow. Well, that's really remarkable that you're able to keep that going, and you're the perfect person to do it, because you understand marketing, and marketing is really how to connect people.
How to connect, yes.
And so I'm very excited about we're going to get a subscription to Synergy.
Okay.
Number one, we're going to go out to the Expo February 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
Fifth.
23rd is at the Blunt Center
yeah.
downtown. So for those of you that haven't been in Gainesville as long as I have, when I moved here in 1970, Santa Fe College was located one block west of where the Blunt Center is.
Right.
Some of you may remember Leonardo's 706. Directly across the street was what was formerly Buchholz High School, built probably in the 20s or 30s, and then it was transformed into the Santa Fe Community College, and then it moved out to the campus,
Where it is now.
where it is now.
Okay, see, I didn't even know that, so thanks for that history.
Yeah. So anyhow, the idea of having a central urban campus
Yeah.
is really revolutionizing Santa Fe.
Yeah.
As I understand it, they're creating a tech center there
Yeah, they
within.
sure are.
So tell us what you've heard about that.
Well, I don't know a lot about the tech center specifically, but I also know that there's an incubator in there. I know that they just really want to connect with the community as a whole. Miss Mabel Baker, that's the director over there, is just doing so much work to just really bring the community in and make it feel like a part of the community.
Well, I think that's great, and it's exciting.
It is.
I used to work out at the Gainesville gym, which was located there.
Okay.
And so I started working out there, I don't know, 25, 30 years
Okay.
ago. And everybody was saying, the owner was telling me, yeah, Santa Fe's buying up all the land around here, and they're going to, do this, big deal here. And 25 years later, they
It's
finally
here.
opened this
Yes.
past year. So I'm excited about that. And this is a community show. That's why we call it Meldon Law and Friends. It is important for everybody to spread the word.
Yes.
We've got Gainesville Black professionals doing a big event both at Santa Fe downtown and Santa Fe on the main campus. And it's really an opportunity to, number one, help yourself in your own business or whatever endeavor you're involved in, and think about bringing a young person that you see some potential out to the event as your guest and try to
Yeah.
get them involved.
Absolutely.
Is there any cost or for a ticket to get into the expo?
Yes. Thursday and Friday, there is no cost. You can register online at GainesvilleBlackProfessionals.com. Saturday, there is a registration fee, but you can do that on the website as well.
Okay, well, good. Whatever it is, it's an investment in the future, and
Yes.
I think that that's important. And if you find anybody that doesn't have the money to register for Saturday, you give Meldon Law a call. Maybe we'll be able to sponsor some folks and
Awesome.
get them out there. So
Sounds
we don't
good
want
to me.
money to be
A
a
issue.
barrier
Yes,
to
I agree
success,
100%.
right? So
Thank you.
let's. I just thought of that, by the way. So we didn't talk about
We
it
did not
before,
rehearse that
but-
part.
but why not?
Sounds
it,
good.
it really is important when folks like Virginia and the Gainesville Black professionals put together terrific opportunities to network and meet people and to get ideas as far as improving your own business, your own career, your own family, to spread the word and take advantage of it. So whatever we can do at Meldon Law to help promote what you're doing is a blessing for us. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank
I
you for
want to give
having
you
me.
one more chance to spread the word. Tell everybody about the expo and the magazine and how to get in touch with you.
All right, awesome. So, of course, our magazine is Synergy. That's Synergy, Synergy, Synergy. And our Black Professionals Expo will be February 23rd through the 25th at Santa Fe College. You can register at GainesvilleBlackProfessionals.com. Registration is open now.
Well, that's very great to hear all that information. Please listen and to the opportunities and follow up. Let friends and family know about it. Gainesville Black Professionals, thank you very much, Virginia Grant, for joining us. And we look forward to a long and successful relationship with the Gainesville Black Professionals.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. It was nice. I appreciate the invitation.
You're welcome. And we're going to be back in 3 minutes on Meldon Law and Friends.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. Look what you have done to my truck.
Excuse me, it's your fault, it's not my fault.
Yes, it is your
No,
fault.
it's not, no,
I
it's
am
not.
calling Jeffrey Meldon from Meldon Law.
So I'm gonna call Jeffrey, my husband.
Meldon Law, this is Jeffrey speaking.
This crazy lady here, this crazy lady here might...
New client?
Yes, but this one might be a little tricky. When you're a member of the Gator Nation, you know what it means to never back down. Meldon Law has been a proud supporter of the Gator Nation since 1971. Two forces that won't back down. As the old saying goes, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. We still hear it. The sound of victory. The joy of being part of something great. And while things may not be the same right now, we haven't gone anywhere. If you bleed orange and blue, then Meldon Law is the firm for you.
We are here at the University of Florida, where Albert and Alberta are competing in the Gator penalty shootout. Albert is ready to stop the shot at all costs. What a disaster! Luckily, Meldon Law is the only official law firm partner of the Florida Gators. If you have suffered any injury, do not worry because Meldon Law is going to help you with your recovery. Meldon Law doesn't back down until they reach their goal.
Alberta, I understand you were witnesses to a crash. Can you tell us about the accident? When you're in a crash, it's important to get witness statements immediately after the accident. Whether you're in a car, truck, motorcycle, scooter, or even a golf cart accident, at Meldon Law, we won't back down.
And I was in an accident. Someone ran red light and hit me, and I was hurt. You don't know where to turn. Luckily, I called Jeffrey. These big insurance companies, they don't want you to win. They truly don't. But Jeffrey and his firm and the people that work here, they just really fight for you. You call the law offices of Jeffrey Meldon because you're going to need help, and they will help you.
Lives back together after a serious crash or accident. So if you know anybody that needs help, we've been in the community since 1971. We're dedicated to success and helping others. So don't forget to give us a call if the need arises, or if you have a family friend that needs help, we're there. Phone number is 352-373-8000, or you can go to our website, meldonlaw.com, and get all of the information that you need regarding how to contact us. Anyhow, we got some great things coming up. Before we get into the Bikers on Parade, I just want to remind everybody the South Carolina football game is coming up Saturday, November 12th at 4 p.m. Looks like it's going to be beautiful weather. Whatever hurricane is, floating by us is going to pass by then. So that's good news. It's the last home game for the Gators, and Meldon Law is doing a couple really neat things. We're doing a fan fest right outside the basketball stadium, the O-Dome. You're going to see the Meldon Law tents with a activation wheel. We call it our Wheel of Fortune. All you have to do is spin the wheel, and you will win a prize. And it's part of our support of the Gators. We want everybody to get excited, get there early. We have lots of prizes and swag for you, and it's a lot of fun besides. In addition to that, we're giving away some great tickets. The opening game Monday night, and we are having a terrific season so far. We're 1-0, so we're undefeated. And in basketball, I don't know how long we're going to stay undefeated, but our team is a lot better than last year. So that's good news for those of you that like basketball. Both the Lady Gator basketball team is terrific, as well as the men's basketball team. They're really putting out a terrific product. And Meldon Law wants to promote everybody locally going to these events. It's amazing between football and basketball and women's basketball and gymnastics and softball and baseball, volleyball. There's top-notch programs. When I say top-notch, I mean some of them are in the top 5, the top 10 in the country. Some are number 1 or 2 in the
this Sunday, Bikers on Parade. You are absolutely right. We got a different route this year. We're going from Santa Fe College to Newberry, Countryway Town Square. Interesting. But we've got Brett Douglas from 105.3 is going to be emceeing for us.
I love Brett. We have Meldon Mondays every morning with Brett, and he's a trip.
Oh, he's good people. He's also a veteran. He served as well.
Yeah, he's a twin. I don't know if his twin served with him or not.
No, he did not. I found out. Yeah, Brett did, and he didn't.
Okay.
So, but good people, though. Really good.
Very good. And we're good friends with KISS community. They do a terrific job over there.
Right. And then let's see what else we got. So we've got Clay Brooker is going to be there doing some music for us. Blood South Life will be there taking donations for blood. We'll have food there for our riders and raffles and giveaways, and we're going to be auctioning off a 2002 Harley Davidson Road King.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Now that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal, yeah. We've managed to land somebody 2 years in a row now that wanted to donate a bike for our benefit.
So what is the benefit on behalf of?
So Bikers on Parade is benefiting American Hometown Veteran Assist. American Hometown Veteran Assist assists veterans with financial emergency needs. Could be, we just repaired a transmission a couple months ago. We put in a floor earlier this year with a gentleman. We'll provide clothing, food. They paid for my utility bill in 2014.
Yeah, I was reading that story, and I know you're very passionate about the group because of your own personal experience.
Yeah, I had to come back to Florida on emergency, and my wife had to stay up north to finish college, and so we were paying for 2 places, and money got scarce real quick about 12 years ago, or 8 years ago now, rather, and they took care of about $500 worth of electric bill for me for 2 months, and that got us by, and I felt the need to come back.
Armed forces.
Yeah, it's actually very shocking the amount of people you run into that are veterans, that are business owners involved in their churches and their other hobby groups, and they're definitely invested in their communities.
So what are some of the things that folks can do to show up and get involved with the parade coming up on Sunday, November 13th?
Well, they can go to Eventbrite, Bikers on Parade 2022. They can look at that up and sign up there electronically. If they're not comfortable with signing up electronically, they can show up the morning of at Santa Fe. There'll be plenty of signs showing you where to go for registration. Everybody will be receiving a black or a red T-shirt this year. This one's for you, Jerry.
Yeah, I like it. I'm going to
Jeffrey, rather.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm going to wear my shirt and be very excited. How many folks attended last year?
We had just over 350 total, just over 400 total in attendance, right around 350 bikes.
How many bikes?
350 roughly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So So did you get help from the police escort or what?
Yeah, the sheriff department runs police escort for us. FHP comes involved, Florida Highway Patrol. This year we're going to Newberry, so I'm not sure if Gainesville PD will be involved or not, but they generously donate their time to support basically the only parade in the county for veterans.
Yeah, and GPD has some really good motorcycle riders
Yeah, they do. Yes, they
on
do.
the force. I mean,
Those guys are
I
pretty
remember. So, in the old days, I used to do, more stuff as far as criminal traffic events and things like that. And I was always amazed at the professionalism of the bikers at GPD. Does Alachua County Sheriff or FHP have any bikers on the team?
I don't know if they've got any team people, but I do know that they got motorcyclists.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
but I don't
huge.
know if they have any competitors or not.
So anyhow, you're board chair. I wanted to have you talk a little bit about what services are available in Alachua County and what's, some of your involvement.
Services as far as to veterans?
Helping veterans,
Or
yeah.
what we do?
Well, let's start with what you do.
Well, as I said before, we'll cover financial emergency needs. We've done, we'll pay utility bills like they did for me. We will do car repairs, home repairs. We just fixed a well today, as a matter of fact, for a veteran out in Archer. Got a well taken care of for him, so him and his family could have water. And their first home, which was cool. Yeah. And then also we provide scholarships for first responders too, as part of our fundraising. With this year for the fall, we provided five $500 scholarships. 3 of them went to Santa Fe for first responders, for emergency medical and for police, and then 2 of them went to Ocala Fire Department, or the Fire Academy down there, rather.
Yeah, I know the Ocala Fire Academy down there is a long history of success as far as training people that want to go into, the firefighting service or any others. We're getting ready to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to talk some more about what the veteran services are within our community and how to help folks that are in need. Okay. We're going to be back in 60 seconds on Meldon Law and Friends. Alberta, I understand you were witnesses to a crash. Can you tell us about the accident? When you're in a crash, it's important to get witness statements immediately after the accident. Whether you're in a car, truck, motorcycle, scooter, or even a golf cart accident, at Meldon Law, we won't back down.
I've done mornings here on Sky Radio for 17 years. Jeffrey Meldon started doing his weekend show here 16 years ago. One of the things that separates Jeffrey is I don't see him out there hollering for people's business. I see him out there investing in the community. He's touched a lot of lives, and a lot of it he'll never know what a difference he made in somebody's life about information that he has shared on the air.
.com. I want to thank Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. As you can see behind us, we have a ton of helmets. All of those helmets are either teams that Coach Spurrier Meldon Law and Friends for the last year. We really appreciate everybody's support. And it's kind of fun because about this time it starts filling up with people, and we're in the middle of a big fishbowl here. Everybody gets to watch us doing our at 11 a.m., we've got some kind of a kickoff. Is that right?
Kick Stands Up is what KSU stands for.
Kick stands up.
Yep, time to
Okay.
go for the ride.
That's when we go. So while people are there, though, there's some live entertainment and food and everything else going on before 11 o'clock when it's Kick Stands Up.
Most of the stuff that's on the bottom there is for the afternoon when the lunch is given away once we get to our location.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about it. This
Okay,
sounds
for
like
sure.
fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. You should come.
Well, we're going to try to do it all. Go ahead. I want to hear about it.
So again, like you said, there's lots to do after you get to the location, which is going to be the Countryway Town Square in Newberry from Santa Fe College. We're going to have raffles, live music from Clay Brooker. We're going to have an auction of the 2002 Harley Road King that we spoke about earlier. There will be food by Tailgaters Barbecue and Catering, which is also veteran-owned. So we got some great things planned for everybody. And it's all due to our sponsors, too. We have pretty amazing sponsors.
Well, I want to thank you for what you're doing. It's really important to the community, I think, to have, recognize veterans. And isn't that really what this particular event is focused in on?
Bikers on Parade for about the last 12 or 13 years has been focusing mainly on veterans and first responders, yes.
So what are some of the resources within the Alachua County and North Central Florida community for veterans that just need a little bit of help or they need to
office. They make sure that veterans get what they want. They're pro-veteran. They are not a part of the federal system. They want to make sure that all the veterans are taken care of. The VFW, the AMVETS, the American Legion are all great places to go and talk to some veterans that have been around the block and find out what they know, but their organizations also offer some help for veterans. And of course, touching base with the VA is a good place to start. And Kim's office will help you with your DD-214 and your any disability that you're allowed to go after. There's a lot of great things out there. American Hometown Veteran Assist is the organization that we represent, and we can provide financial assistance for those that need it.
how do they get a hold of y'all?
Our website is www.our, that's O-U-R, ahva.org.
Well, that's great. And I've been out to visit with Kim Davis when we started our Veterans Making a Difference program. The first visit we made was to Kim Davis. And she said, so let me understand, you want to give away money to help veterans. She said, you came to the right place.
There you go. There you go.
Because for those of you that don't know, Alachua County has this incredible program for veterans. And you go out, it's on the east side of town. They have a building out there, and there's tremendous resources there. And they know just about everybody who's available that can help. And they simplify it because, a lot of times folks just don't know exactly what's the best way to go about it, who to connect with, what services they're going to offer. And many times they'll offer solutions to problems that seem insurmountable.
To individual veterans, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so that's probably my number one tip for a veteran. If somebody comes up to me and says, where do I start? I'd say Kim Davis, and then get involved with groups like Bikers on Parade, because you're doing things within the community, and it's mostly people from our community here.
Yes, it is. Yes, all volunteers from the local community. Although we'll take care of veterans up to a 100-mile radius from Archer.
Oh, that's great. Talk about your board of directors and who are some of the leaders within the group.
Kim Davis, as already mentioned, she's our secretary. She's been crucial or instrumental even in making sure that we've been going in the right direction this last year. Bill Lewandowski, over 30 years in the Army. He's been working with the American Legion and us as a finance director, finance treasurer guy. He's been absolutely amazing. Tom Lynch from Rolling Thunder, I think he's the president this year. He came on with us last year. He's our only civilian on the board of directors, although we're looking for some more. That guy is absolutely amazing. A truer patriot, more salt of the earth person I don't think I've ever met. And he's in here trying to make sure that our veterans and our first responders are taken care of. Tyler Laborde, a young Navy guy. He served in the Navy for 4 years, was over in Iraq. He's works with Watson Realty, I believe. And
I know Tyler.
Yeah.
So Tyler's uncle is from Lafayette, Louisiana.
I think we talked about this last year, actually.
Yeah. David Laborde.
Yeah.
And I just saw David last week, as a matter of fact, in Atlanta. We were at a conference together. But Tyler is married to a really fine massage therapist that where I go to get my massage therapy, right? And she's there, and I met Tyler there, and then I said, Laborde, well, that sounds like a interesting name. But Tyler is terrific. I know he told me, I think he's specializing in rural properties and
And the other one has an insurmountable amount of time that he gives to he's over 70, and whether it's with his checkbook or his time, he's out donating time. So he's had to withdraw because of time constraints. But we have some amazing people, I'll tell you. And without this team, it's a we thing. It's not an I thing. I wanted to get this back going, but this team of folks, if you're looking to get involved and you want to do some real amazing work with veterans and for first responders, come on and check us out.
yeah, and all participants who bring an unwrapped toy for Toys for Tots will receive a raffle ticket for a chance to win a free patriotic cooler.
Yep. His name escapes me right now. He works with the Young Marines. He wanted to get involved with us. He's got a pretty high-end cooler that he's having wrapped in a patriotic kind of look.
Ooh.
So I haven't seen it yet. We've been trying to get pictures so we could get the energy up.
So
about
it's
it,
it's a
but surprise.
Yeti style cooler.
I believe. It's given me my purpose and value to give back to my community, to chase down the veterans that were struggling like I was at one point in time and help guide them in a better direction. It's made my life a lot better.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a privilege to be able to give back.
It is.
And whatever assistance you needed at that time was monumental, right?
It was. I didn't have any credit cards at that time. I had no savings, let alone 6 months worth of bills in my bank account saved up. Yeah, that $500 at that time was tough money.
And I think one of our missions on Meldon Law and Friends is to expose everybody to what the opportunities are for success within the community. So by participating in Bikers on Parade, you're going to run into some really nice people, folks that have a common interest. It's also fun. It's not it's actually all fun, right?
It's pretty much all fun. In fact, I was just thinking about it. We've got the Christian Motorcycle Association comes out, Rolling Thunder comes out, a lot of the local motorcycle clubs come out, and it's considered neutral ground to come out and support the people who serve and have served.
Well, that's great. We got Veterans Day coming up. And for me, it's a special day. It's my wedding anniversary. So I always get the day off for my wedding anniversary. And that's pretty exciting. So we're going to wrap up the show. Meldon Law and Friends thanks Travis Harvey. Remember, Bikers on Parade. Just go to their website. Just Google Bikers on Parade Gainesville, and I assure you, you will get all the information you need. However, the important information to remember is it starts at Santa Fe College. 8:30 to 10:30 is staging, and safety briefing is 10:45. Kickstands up at 11 a.m. There's going to be lots of folks out there. It's going to be fun. Food, entertainment, giveaways, and let's support our veterans. They've been instrumental in making us the greatest country in the world, and we want to continue to give back to those that have helped us achieve our success.